Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. Hope you're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, folks? Hope everybody's wonderful today. Shout out to the Merry fam in the chat. They got their crypto.com exchange listing, and there was a pump. Now, it wasn't a pump I was expecting to see back in the day, but I'm not really surprised to see that the pump we got was the pump we got. The market's hurting right now, and that was a great pump, but I was hoping when I was holding it that it would pump higher. That was interesting. We got to talk about that. We got a lot to talk about. That's not at all the focus of this video. Focus is tariffs. There's more of them coming out, so we got to talk about that. We got to talk about just this broader market, some of the breaking news happening in the crypto space today. So thanks for hopping in with us here on the Crypto Report. If you're watching on X or watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, or follow us on X and repost it out. There you go. That was the last sip of coffee. Got to get a water bottle. Beautiful. Okay, guys, we're ready to go. Morning, Ultra Justin, Jimmy the Lip, C Hicks in the chat, John 316. Hope y'all are doing great out there. Yeah, so let's get into it, okay? Let's share the old screen, and we'll start it off with... excuse me, one second. Let's get this up properly. Okay, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties today, so I can't see my chat really. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So what we've got going on right now is Bitcoin's back above 80K. Earlier today, it was lower because what we had happening today was more tariffs. More tariffs coming out. I didn't have this article pulled up. We got more tariffs coming out. Let's actually pull this story up for you guys because it's kind of crazy. But we actually have Canada now getting an additional 50% tariff on their aluminum, which is nuts. So I'm sure that it's actually here, but tariffs. Okay, forget it. My computer's spazzing out today. Guys, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties today, unfortunately, so just bear with me. Just take my word on it. Unfortunately, I didn't pull up the story, but there are more tariffs today. There's a additional 50% tariffs on Canada, and so what we've got going on is a lot of pain in the markets. Here's the S&P 500. There's its highs. Here's where it's at right now. That's coming down. Why? Tariffs. Why is crypto down? Tariffs. Okay, also... Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell says that interest rates can hold amid rise in economic uncertainty, and that's certainly what we have. He doesn't want to make moves too fast right now, and I understand that to a certain point. I do want to walk through this Edward Jones article published from March 5th, which is their financial advisors, whatever. But there's just an interesting breakdown of tariffs and what it means. And I want to read through this with you guys because I think it's very interesting. But there's no doubt that right now, lately, we've been seeing sell-offs because of these tariffs. And there are meme coins being launched about tariffs because it's the number one thing that's on everybody's mind. Whether you're in the stock market or whether you're in crypto, 100%, that's the number one thing that's on everybody's mind, whether you're in the stock market or whether you're in crypto. Not some of the actual conflicts that are going on in the world. We're worried about the trade war, which is wild. It's kind of messed up. It's what it is. It's the money, right? People are paying attention because of the money, right? And Canada's businesses and Mexico's businesses are getting threatened because of these tariffs. And so it's a full-on trade war, guys. And we're also going to have Canada imposing more a tax on our electricity. So President Trump slams Canada for its 25% tariff on electricity. They, Canada, will pay a financial price for this so big that it will be read about in the history books for many years to come. So this is going to be the new Prime Minister of Canada, by the way. So you're going to be seeing this guy's face a lot more. This is a full-on tariff war. This is a trade war. That's what's going on right now. And it's causing a lot of concern in the crypto market. So much concern that, these spot ETFs shed $455 million over the last few weeks, which shouldn't really be that surprising to you guys. Like, here we are. We saw these markets tumble. This is just what it is. These articles, red alert for Ethereum. Everybody's doing red words on their screen. We're doing red thumbnails. Bears. When you see that stuff, guys, when you see the red, when you see the negativity, when you see the discounts, you buy them, guys, and that's when you come out on top in the end. When it was a bear market, if you were buying, are you better or worse for having done so? You're better for having done so. This is not a bear market. I still don't believe so. This is a fearful dip due to some broader economic policies that are being implemented by this orange man, by the president. Shouldn't call him the orange man anymore. I guess he's the president. So I still thought that was very funny, but this is where we're at. The crypto's political. Told you guys it would happen, and here it is. And even though he is fulfilling his promises, it's not enough, because let's look at what the promises that have been. We're going to do a national strategic reserve for Bitcoin. Everybody thought what that meant was, the United States is going to buy Bitcoin. What it really meant was, we're just going to hold the Bitcoin we have. And I think we have 200,000 of it. Oh, and by the way, the DOJ is alleged to have been selling off some Bitcoin yesterday. So the Department of Justice is actually going and making moves in opposition to the policies that are being proposed by the president through his executive order, which shouldn't be that surprising to you guys, because actually historically, if you look at the DOJ and how they've acted towards our current president, it's actually been, they're conflicted. There's a battle going on there as well. And so for them to come out and sell Bitcoin contrary to the executive order that the president laid out, not that surprising. Is it frustrating? It's frustrating because you don't want to see the government selling Bitcoin. We've already sold so much Bitcoin that we sold $17 billion worth of potential gains that we could have had by the Bitcoin that we've sold off over the years. We saw that story coming out recently. But anyway, with this executive or this national strategic reserve, we're not seeing more accumulation from the government. And some in the government are actually selling off despite these policies being written. And that's exactly what's going on right now. And you saw Senator Cynthia Lummis then putting out this bill. She is reintroducing the bill to this planned strategic reserve with a couple revisions. So she's like the Bitcoin queen of the Senate for some reason. She became the face of Bitcoin in the Senate, which is whatever. Somebody's got to lead it. So, we're all rooting on Cynthia Lummis to get the bill done. And the executive order is one thing. We actually need the bill to go to the Senate for them to actually write the law. And then we need the Congress to pass the law. I think that's how the government works. So I should probably get my bearings on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. The president says he wants something done. The Senate writes the bill, and the House actually, if it passes in the Senate, then it needs to pass in the House, and boom, we have a law. Okay, and the law would be, hey, we're gonna hold our Bitcoin. So we're not there yet, and I'd be curious to see the news that the president wants an executive order that caused a sell-off when he signed the executive order, but when we actually get the bill put into place and it's a thing, is that going to be a pump? Maybe it is. I don't know. A lot of our bullish events have been bearish events, so that's been a real bummer. But regardless, the establishment of a Bitcoin strategic reserve in the U.S. is a monumental endorsement of Bitcoin, says investment bank of H.C. Wainwright. So big banks getting on board with Bitcoin still. The world getting on board with Bitcoin still. The U.S. is an example, the role model, the dad of the world, you could say. And when you see dad doing something, maybe you want to do it too. And I think that's kind of how the world's going to fall into line. And now you see people like the EU feeling threatened. The EU worries that the U.S. embrace of crypto assets could impact Europe's financial stability. So what can you do about it? Buy Bitcoin, EU. Buy Bitcoin, EU. Buy Bitcoin, EU. Eurozone finance minister worried the change of policy under the new U.S. administration to embrace cryptocurrencies could affect Eurozone monetary sovereignty and financial stability. Got to buy that Bitcoin, folks. I think that the EU is going to end up doing that. You can't keep pushing back. These discussions are fundamentally linked to our own autonomy and the resilience of our currency. So they're really worried. So very interesting. Some people are looking this as a bullish thing. Some people are looking this as a bearish thing. I look at it as a bullish thing because, hop on the train or get left behind. That's kind of the real thing behind the thing here. There are also, let's talk a little bit about this. So now the Fed, I'm getting diaper ads because I got a baby. The Fed is saying, hey, we're going to put the interest rates on hold because of this economic uncertainty. Well, I'm going to lay out some other interesting thing for you guys. And I really hope that my screen hasn't been shared the entire time. Has my screen been being shared this entire time? Maybe it wasn't. Sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulties. Today. But anyway, here you go. We can view this. I'm sure. Okay, there you go. So that's working. Okay, so Edward Jones is a financial advisor and unpacking the potential impact of tariffs. So on March 4th, we had these tariffs officially implemented. They're going to break all this down. I'm just going to zoom right down to my point. Okay. I'm not going to go through all this, but there's a very interesting story here. The impact on inflation, it could make inflation worse. All these things to say, recession, fear, but impact on central bank policy. There's two sides to this coin, and some people in the crypto space are making the bullish argument on it. And let's talk about it a little bit. In our views, sustained tariffs would likely, this is Edward Jones speaking on the current situation with tariffs and the U.S. government and its effect on money. Sustained tariffs would likely lead the Federal Reserve to maintain its policy rate and delay further rate cuts. However, we believe the bar is high for the Fed to hike rates, so rate hikes are not really coming. Policymakers are likely to view tariffs as a one-off increase in prices as opposed to an ongoing source of inflation that would de-anchor inflation expectations, though they will closely monitor the latter. Additionally, tariffs would most directly impact goods inflation, which carries a smaller weight on the CPI, the CPI is what? The Fed's preferred measure of inflation. So tariffs would directly impact goods inflation, like your iPhone or your remote control, okay? Or whatever, and that's a smaller weight compared to, what else is in CPI, whether it's gas or this or that. There's other things, okay? Maybe gas is a bad example, but I think you get what I'm saying. However, U.S. economic momentum has slowed in the first month. U.S. economic momentum has slowed in the first few months of 2025. Signs of further softening in U.S. economic data could prompt the Fed to continue cutting rates to support the economy and labor market. Everybody needs a dose of hopium for the day, and here it is for you. If Trump brings us to a quote-unquote recession, which is the buzzword right now, that would actually warrant a slowing in the economy and prompt the Fed to do what? To cut the rates. And when the Fed cuts the rates, we see what? We see the Bitcoin pump. And when we see the Bitcoin pump, we see what? Those altcoins pump. And then you, hopefully, make some money. Okay. So, pain, then glory? Pain, then glory? Maybe. I hope so. Pain, then glory. Marty, I think I like that compliment, but maybe it's a little creepy. I'll take it. I hope you guys are doing great out there. Sorry I wasn't sharing my screen for the first forever. Anyway, I had a lot to say, so. Okay, what else is going on? Let's see here. Let's talk about this. All right. Mary, it was finally listed on crypto.com. It went to, this is a meme coin on Cronos. A lot of people have been waiting for an exchange listing on this. I was waiting. I gave up on waiting. I didn't want to wait anymore, so I exited. Do I regret that a little? Maybe. Maybe I do. But here's what happened. Mary came all the way down to $2.7 million, and then boom, it went up a nice, 6.5, 7x. This is 7x. Last night. This happened last night, okay? Why it got listed on crypto.com. And what happened was it spiked up because people saw it, and then it wasn't even tweeted out by crypto.com until this move. And on its tweet, it did almost a 2x. And if you bought at the high, you're down 50% right now, which is tough. Might be getting another bounce here. And here's the truth of it. It might not. I mean, the timing. Okay, it's so exciting that they got this listing because now crypto.com is supporting their memes after all the hope and the expectations. And it was supposed to be getting listed back here. It would have exploded, I think, if it had gotten listed over here. It would have broken through a high. It would have maybe hit 100 million. It could still do that in the future, but for now, if Bitcoin is struggling, if crypto is struggling, it's going to be hard to see this coin do the things that we talked about for this meme and other memes just a few short months ago. In November, December, when things were hot, we could have seen 100 million. We could have seen all these things. Is that still possible here? Yeah, I don't want to say it's not. I don't know, but if I was still holding Mary, I would have been disappointed with this pump. It would have been nice to get a little relief rally, but I still would have been pretty disappointed with this pump. This is the crypto.com exchange listing that we've been waiting for. It's really good they did it, and it's really exciting, and I'm really happy for the Mary community. But it came after this real painful fake out, which I got hurt by personally. And I think that's why you're not seeing this thing absolutely explode. The community funds have been moved. That's what they use for the exchange listing. There are some whales buying this thing could pump again. There's another exchange listing coming allegedly very soon. So maybe it pumps some more, but I want to give you guys the update on that because it happened. It's about time. Better late than never, but the timing is frankly bad. It's bad timing. It's weak, bad timing, and it's kind of a disappointment to me personally. So yeah. Appreciate you, Bleakly Divine. How's it going? Quite the name there. All right, let's look at some charts together, eh? So, Pepe's getting a little boost up today. Bitcoin's coming back up. Okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Huh? Let me see if I can get my screen working here. Let me see if I can get my screen working again. I'd like to do a proper Q&A. I'm having some technical difficulties, folks. Sorry, having one of those days with the, what happens when I unplug my iPad and then everything gets messed up. Okay. All right, I can see your chats for at least a little bit until my iPad dies again. That's basically what I'm going through. It's just like waiting on my iPad to die. Oh boy. It's all right. Okay, there we go. Now we can see everything. So anyway, I want to give you guys kind of that breakdown of from Edward Jones. Like, yeah. So there's rumors going on that Trump's crashing the market so that, you know, we can cut rates. Well, maybe. Maybe. And we did fill the CME gap, which is cool. So maybe we're getting a little bit of a bottom. Let's look at total market cap. Let's look at total market cap. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. Daily candle, weekly candle. I want to see this weekly candle, guys. Close right here. I want to see it close like right here. If it does and we get the bounce, man, I would love to be right. Like, if there's one thing that I really want to be right about, I really want to be right about this Nike swoosh, guys. And it's pretty good. Could be here. That's where I want the bounce. That's where I want the bounce, guys. That's where I want the bounce. That's where I want the bounce. Forget about it. If you want to do some trading, by the way, you could sign up for Blowfin using the link I've got for you guys in the comments down below. So check it out. You get up to a $5,000 deposit bonus when you sign up for Blowfin using our link, and you could win a Rolex in their trading contest. You could win a Apple Vision Pro. Will it into existence. Oh, will it in. I am willing it into existence. I'm going to Josh it and Jill it into existence, and maybe even Larry it into existence. Okay. 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 I've got good weather here. I went golfing over the weekend, which was awesome, and I shot an 86. I think I already told you guys that, but I'm so excited about it. I've been a dad. My back hurts. I think I blew out my hip the other day from bending over and picking up a toy, and I shot an 86. Oh, yeah. And so Friday, I'm going to go golfing as well. I'm excited. With my cousin. I golf with my cousin. My XRP cousin, I've told you guys about many times. Little insights into life. Real quick, like a real shout out to all you guys that are here watching today. I love that you guys like tuning in to the show, to the Crypto Report. I love doing it. I love interacting with you guys. I love cryptocurrency. I love having a YouTube channel. I love having a platform to speak my thoughts on what I'm seeing in the market. And, you know, I'm legitimately not a financial advisor, and I'm not giving you financial advice. And so you got to make your own decisions. But man, I want to see people succeed in this space, and I want to have a lot of fun while we're doing it. And I think we're doing that here on the channel. And that's a lot of fun. So appreciate you. Good to have you in the loop, Chihuahua. Like that name. What else is going on? How's Doge doing? Doge. Doge. Yeah. So, I mean, more tariffs, more fear, more dips. Buy the dips and let it rip. I think that's the theme. Okay, guys? I don't have much more to it. So. Savannah Jackson says, more tariffs? I'm tired, boss. Savannah, did you take that from Black Sea? As me and Black Sea have been saying that so much. I'm tired, boss. Yeah, I know. It's exhausting, Savannah. It's exhausting. The dips keep on dipping. James Neal, what a guy. Oh, man. I am tired too, guys. I'm tired. But there's a bright future ahead. The sun will come out. Oh, I can't sing or else I'll get a copyright strike. We all know how that goes. It's been a long time since I sang a song on the stream for you guys. All right, guys, I don't have a ton of news today, and I am having technical difficulties, so I'm going to cut this short today. I apologize. I'll have myself put together next time, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I just gave you some quick updates. Failed to share my stream. Sing with the Trump impression. I can't because I'll get a copyright strike. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. Like, let's get it on. I can't do it. All All right. On that note, I'm out of here. All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing great out there. Stay positive, stay humble, stay happy, smile, love, laugh, golf, trade, make money. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.